Welcome to our YouTube channel dedicated to exploring the latest insights and opportunities in the world of finance and investments, with a special focus on currency revaluation, gold and silver investments, cryptocurrency, and make money online opportunities, and more. If you're interested in staying up to date on the latest developments in currency revaluation, particularly the Iraq dinar and other currencies, best to subscribe to this channel. Please note that the content on this YouTube channel is for informational purposes only and should not be considered financial advice. We are not licensed financial advisors, and the opinions expressed on this channel are based on our own research and personal experience. We strongly recommend that you do your own research and consult with a licensed financial advisor. Also, just before we go any further, this channel has a weekly giveaway of 100 Dogecoin. To enter, all you have to do is be subscribed to this channel, like this video, and watch this video until the end, because if you don't, you will be automatically disqualified from the giveaway. We will be sharing the random hashtag keyword daily somewhere in the video, and then comment hashtag the keyword with no spaces in between in the comments section. Good luck. Now let's proceed with the latest Iraq dinar news and intel today. Please take these pieces of information with a grain of salt, and please make sure to do your own due diligence. All right, family. Things are heating up fast in Iraq, and I've got to say, these latest updates are some of the most exciting we've seen in a long time. From international meetings at the WTO to a major move by the central bank that could completely end dollar use inside the country, to reports that the IMF and U.S. Treasury have officially aligned with Iraq's monetary reform plan, everything is pointing toward a nation preparing for a massive financial shift. Now, I'm not going to give away all the details just yet, but I'll tell you this. When the CBI publicly talks about removing the zeros and increasing purchasing power for its citizens, that's not business as usual. That's signaling readiness. And stick around till the end, because after we go through everything, I'll share my full analysis on why these moves, the gold reserves, the WTO meetings, the IMF coordination, and Remittance 338, could mark the most critical window yet for Iraq's currency reform. Let's dive in. From Intel Newshound Guru Mark Z via PDK question. Mark, has the full HCL law passed in Iraq? Not yet, but we are watching it. From Newshound Intel Guru Mountain Goat article, Energy Expert, 70% of the articles of the oil and gas law have been agreed upon. Quote, the oil export agreement will help to pass the oil and gas law in the 6th session of the Iraqi parliament, provided there is no political interference. Fortunately, 70% of the articles of the draft law have been agreed. The oil and gas law, HCL, has not been passed and needs to be passed in order to see the reinstatement. From Intel Guru. Frank, 26 Iraq, boots on the ground report. From Firefly, the finance minister on television talking about their trip to Washington. They say they talked with the IMF, World Bank, U.S. Treasury, saying they have agreed to align Iraq's priorities with our monetary reform for 2026. They're going to support our plan. They have agreed with everything about our monetary reform. From Newshound Guru, Militia Man. The oil and gas law will likely be after the event we are waiting for, in my opinion. From Newshound Guru Claire, article, America is changing the rules of the game. Will Savaya fulfill Trump's dream of controlling Iraq's oil? Quote, the administration of U.S. President Donald Trump has taken an unconventional step in its policy toward Iraq by appointing Mark Savaya as the U.S. Special Envoy to Baghdad instead of a traditional ambassador. Economic analysts believe that the Trump administration is increasingly appointing figures from the financial and business sectors to manage sensitive international issues with the goal of transforming foreign policy into a profitable investment platform. From Newshound Intel Guru FNU LNU article. The U.S. Department of the Treasury's Office of Foreign Assets Control, OFAC, has imposed new sanctions targeting individuals and companies accused of helping the Iranian regime evade U.S. sanctions. Hate to say it, but I told you so. Iraq is stepping over dollars to get to dimes. They are pirates at heart and insist on gaming the system. You'll see the RV when they learn to play fair and stop cheating. From Newshound Guru Samson, article, The Minister of Trade discusses with the Director General of the World Trade Organization the steps for Iraq's accession to the organization. From Intel Newshound Guru Mark Z via PDK, I know there is a tremendous push to get it done in the month of October, a tremendous push to get it done in the next 6 or so days. This is according to my finance ministry contact in Iraq from Intel Guru Frank 26. Last week they came out and told the citizens, they told the world, we have 170 tons of gold. But in my opinion, that's not true. They have so much more. But what's the purpose of having 170 tons? Article says the intentions to remove zeros from the dinar. We came to the conclusion, oh my dear God, the CBI just announced to the world the 3 zeros from their exchange rate are about to be removed to add purchasing power to the citizens of Iraq. From Newshound Guru Kaperoni. Just a reminder, Iraq continues to maintain Article XIV financial position within the IMF. That position may change soon, as Iraq continues to state, Iraqi financial system is entering a phase of radical reform, which includes adherence to international standards, and will enhance international confidence, qualifying it to be an active player in the global economy. From Newshound/Intel Guru Walkingstick, the CBI's Remittance 338 is rather significant for the monetary reform. It's going to remove the parallel market, but more so it will put an end to the auctions, the last place where the American dollar is being used inside of Iraq. It is the only leak left to plug. From Newshound Guru Jeff, Donald Trump clearly said, we're not leaving Iraq till we get paid. From mid-September rolling into October, it's all coming forward. You're seeing evidence of that. You can't make this stuff up. The evidence of the rate change is right in front of us. It's just the critical data that walks us into when it might happen is being withheld from us. And that's eating everybody up right now. From Newshound Guru Militia Man, we had the deputy governor talking about not floating the currency. Also, the plan to delete the zeros is still on. Those are really key points. We all know that's what's been taking place over the last week. Before ending with few more updates, the hashtag keyword for the 100 Dogecoin giveaway is ambassador. Comment down below which updates you like, think, is valuable, or get you most excited. You can be the lucky winner if you like, subscribe, and watch the main content of this video. This will be for this coming Sunday's giveaway, and the winner will be announced in one of the Sunday's videos, so you do not want to miss it. From Newshound Guru Claire, article, Ali Al-Alaq Taruda, the 3-year budget included very large expenditures and a high deficit level. Quote, Al-Alaq stated that the project to remove zeros from the dinar is in progress and is being planned, noting the possibility of developments in this regard in the coming period. From Newshound Intel Guru FNULNU article, the Central Bank of Iraq, CBI, continues to maintain a managed exchange rate system, pegging the dinar close to 1,300 IQD per US dollar to ensure economic stability and limit inflation. The International Monetary Fund, IMF, in its July 2025 Article IV review, projected this exchange rate to remain stable through 2025 and 2026 and commended Iraq's ongoing monetary reforms, but made no mention of any planned revaluation. There is no secret plan, no in-country RV, no appointments, no redemption centers, and no contract rates. There will be no RV in the immediate future, 1 to 2 years at best. And finally, the last update is from Intel Guru Frank 26. The CBI have hundreds of private banks all over the planet Earth poised and ready to retrieve the 3 zeros to send back to the CBI. Before I jump into my final thoughts, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications, because what's unfolding right now in Iraq's monetary landscape could be the biggest economic shift we've ever covered. You don't want to miss the next few updates. Trust me. Alright, so after breaking down all these intel pieces, here's where I stand. In my opinion, we are entering one of the most critical 6-month windows in Iraq's modern history. What's happening right now isn't just random reform talk. It's coordinated, strategic, and globally aligned. Let's start with the WTO meeting. Iraq's Minister of Trade just sat down with the Director General of the World Trade Organization. And that's not something you do if you're just thinking about reform. That means Iraq's accession process, after being frozen for 16 years, is officially active again. This is a major signal that Iraq is moving from talking about integration to actually executing it. And remember, WTO membership comes with expectations: transparent trade laws, currency convertibility for international payments, and compliance with global economic systems. So what that tells us is simple. Iraq is preparing for a currency that can function on a global stage. Now let's add another layer. According to Frank 26's intel, Iraq's finance minister confirmed that the IMF, World Bank, and U.S. Treasury have all agreed to align Iraq's priorities with its monetary reform plan through 2026. Let that sink in. We're not just talking about Iraq working in isolation anymore. This is coordinated with the world's top financial institutions. And that phrase, align Iraq's priorities, is powerful. It tells us this reform isn't theoretical, it's institutional. The groundwork has been approved and synced internationally. But one of the biggest technical moves we've seen lately comes from Walkingstick's intel, and that's the CBI's Remittance 338. Most people overlook how huge that really is. This reform essentially ends Iraq's dependence on the US dollar within its domestic economy. It shuts down currency auctions, the same ones that have been the main leak in Iraq's financial system for years. Once those are gone, the CBI can finally stabilize its own currency without foreign interference. That's the kind of monetary sovereignty you need before launching a new rate. And let's not forget the CBI's latest move, revealing 170 tons of gold reserves. But according to Frank, that number might actually be higher. When a central bank builds gold and foreign reserves to that scale and announces it publicly, that's not just for show. That's signaling to investors and citizens alike that they have the cushion to support a rate adjustment and protect it from volatility. They're preparing to defend a stronger dinar. Now when you step back and connect all these dots, the WTO progress, IMF coordination, CBI sovereignty, and massive gold backing, you can see a pattern forming. Iraq's no longer in the planning phase, they're in the execution phase. The puzzle pieces are being placed exactly where they need to be for full monetary reform, and the fact that these updates are happening at the same time is no coincidence. In my opinion, this next 6-month stretch is everything. The pressure on Prime Minister Soudani is real. He needs to deliver this before his term ends. His legacy and political survival depend on giving the Iraqi people purchasing power, stability, and pride in their currency again. And with the global institutions already aligned, delaying too long could backfire politically and economically. So yeah, in my view, Iraq is out of the theory stage. The structure's built, the timing's right, and the world is watching. Between now and the next 6 months could be when everything comes together, from internal reform to international recognition. That's my final take. Iraq's not talking about the RVRI anymore. They're positioning to launch it. And when it happens, you'll want to say you were paying attention before the rest of the world caught on. Moreover, we posted a breaking news yesterday. Iraq just made a major move that directly ties into the central bank's long-awaited project to delete the zeros, signaling a major step toward monetary reform. Deputy Governor Amar Khalaf confirmed new details that could mark the start of Iraq's transition into a stronger, more stable currency system. While this might sound like just another financial update, it's actually one of the clearest indications yet that Iraq is preparing for the next stage of the RV or RI process. In this video, I explained what this statement means, how it connects to Iraq's exchange rate strategy, and why this moment could represent the beginning of the end for the 1300 program rate. Most people will overlook it, but once you understand what's behind this announcement, you'll realize how close Iraq may be to pulling the trigger. Please go ahead and check it out by clicking on the link on the top right of this video, as you don't want to miss this. Lastly, we will continue to post videos about the recent events and articles supporting the changes taking place in Iraq, so you don't want to miss them. Also, don't forget, please drop a comment below with hashtag and the keyword, and let us know what you think. If you like this content and like to support this channel, please don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell notification so you get notified when new videos are uploaded. See you on the next video. Bye!